Hey guys, so today we're going to be creating a Google Ads conversion tracking tag inside Google Tag Manager. And we'll start by heading over to Google Ads. Okay, so if we were to start at the MCC level, we'll go down to the sub account in which we want to add a conversion tracking tag to. You can also create a conversion tracking tag at the MCC level, the parent level, but for the purpose of this demo, we're going to do it at the sub account level. So I have a sub account clicked on and I'm inside there now. I'm going to head over to Tools and Settings. Then I'm going to go to the Measurement column and I'm going to click on Conversions. Then I'm going to click on New Conversion Action over here on the left, the blue button. I'm going to then click on Website. You've got many different types of conversions to choose from. You can import them from Google Analytics, for example. You can track phone calls. You can track actions from an app installs, in-app purchases, or in-app actions. In our case, we're just going to track a website sale. So we're going to click on this one, Websites. Once it loads, we will tell it to scan the domain, but realistically, I don't even want it to. I want to do this the manual way. Okay, add a conversion action manually. Perfect. So goal and action optimization, we want it to be optimized toward a purchase because my website is basically just, it's going to track when somebody buys something in this case. This is my demo site. And when somebody hits the pay button, they will fire a conversion tracking tag from GTM. Okay, perfect. So let's head back over to Google Ads. So it's going to be a purchase level conversion action. That's the goal category. And yep, we're going to use it for bidding optimization. Let's just call it purchase. And in this case, we're going to use the same value for each conversion. It's not going to be a dynamic value because, as you can see, it's $1.29 every time somebody buys something. Okay. We can deal with dynamic values later, but just for the purpose of this demo, we're going to give it a static value. Back to Google Ads. We're not going to actually change anything in Google Ads. The values themselves are going to be set inside Tag Manager. So the count is something interesting to talk about as well. There's two options there, every or one. For every, it's recommended for purchases because every purchase is valuable. Or one, recommended for leads, signups, and other conversions because only the first interaction is valuable. For a business like this demo, I, as a user, can purchase multiple subscriptions, whereas if I were, reaching out to a company as a lead, I am only one lead, right? So that's why it makes sense for signups to choose one, and for something like, a retail company or like this demo site, it's important to choose every because I can buy multiple things, right? So we'll click on Done at the bottom here. Click on Save and Continue. Click on Use Google Tag Manager. Grab the conversion ID. Now it's important to know that the conversion ID actually pertains to the Google Ads account itself. Name the tag something. It's conversion tracking purchase. We click on conversion ID, and then we input the conversion ID that we copied. Then we'll grab the conversion label. And as we can see here, the conversion label pertains to the purchase action. So there can only be one conversion ID because there's one Google Ads account, but there can be many conversion labels because you could have many conversion actions. Paste the label here. And we're going to hard code a value, like I said, right? So 129 is going to be that value every time in the case of this demo. 129. Just pop it in there. currency. It's only a Canadian site, so you can put that there. Okay, triggering. Now this website, it's made with data layer push events in the code. So there's many ways you can create triggers in GTM. You can have it so that on click text, if the click text equals pay, then fire the trigger. Or if the click text equals cancel, fire the trigger, like that. You can also say if the class wrapped around the button equals card-payment-button. Remember, this is unique to this site, right? So you can actually fire tags based on the class of the div in this case. You can fire it if there was an ID on the button as well. In this case, there is not. But as I said, this website uses a data layer push. From my perspective, data layer push events are the most durable and most robust way to tag a site. Just because this data isn't really tied to kind of graphic design. You know, sometimes if you're grabbing things off of an ID or off of a class, these things could change, you know, as the site changes. But if a developer or a graphic designer sees that there's an on-click data layer.push, let's say, on a button, even if they change the style of the button, they'll probably bring this code over, right? Just because, you know, this kind of code is not really related to design in any way. So it is more robust, durable, whatever you want to call it. I like this way the best. So we're going to set up triggers in GTM related to events, these data layer push events. So because we want to fire a Google Ads conversion tracking tag on the pay button, we'll set up a trigger that is waiting for the pay event. So let's do that. So in the triggering area, we'll click this, and we'll click on plus. So let's call it something. Pay event trigger. So click these, right, to go into it. If I was going too fast earlier, apologies, but effectively I'm just clicking on this rectangular area to choose the type of whatever thing. If this was about tags, you choose the type of tags by clicking here. If this is about, in this case, triggers, you choose the type of trigger. So we want to make an event trigger, right? So we click on custom event. And what did it say in our code? Let's have a look at that one more time. So the developer in this case me, I created a value for the pay button. The value is set to pay for the event on it, right? So Google Tag Managers will basically say when an event gets set to a value of pay, then fire this conversion tracking tag with a conversion ID of this from your Google Ads account and a conversion label of this pertaining to this conversion action. Okay. And the value is hard coded. Like I said, it's going to be that every time. When you hit save, oh, I noticed something. Check this out. Conversion linker tag is missing in container. So this is a crucial thing to add if it's a brand new Google Tag Manager container. And the way you do that is you go to new. Let's call it conversion linker. And then click on this rectangular area, like I explained, to kind of tell GTM what kind of tag you want to set up. And in the case of conversion linker tags, you want to click on conversion linker. Perfect. Click on all pages, hit save. And what the conversion linker does is it will basically link your ad click to the conversion. right? So if auto tagging is turned on, it will grab your click ID from your URL, hang on to it, and ensure that it gets submitted with a conversion so that your ad clicks can be attributed to a conversion. Okay, let's hit submit. Let's be good developers or be good webmasters and write a descriptive name. Implemented Google Ads conversion tracking and conversion linker. Thanks. Happy face. If we were really good webmasters, we would actually preview this. But because this is a demo and I want to keep the time down to just kind of the meat and potatoes of this whole thing, we're just basically going to implement and then publish. Perfect. Well, that's it. We can now test this by going over to our test site. Use Tag Assistant. Tag Assistant is a great way of examining what Google tags on a website are firing and when. So you can get that from the Google Chrome extension store, but I use it all the time. So you can enable it, refresh. Perfect. So let's hit the pay button. I hit the pay button, and now you can see before it said 1, now it says 2. Check this out. So there's Google Ads conversion tracking. There is our conversion ID. There's our label. There's a value of 129, and our conversion currency is in CAD. There you go. That's how you implement Google Ads conversion tracking in Google Tag Manager. All right. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.